Okay, guys, we are going to start our session with the idea of the second part that is related about revising and editing, okay? Because I see that most of you got the idea, but it's not exactly what I have observed in Jamboard, okay? Some of the idea of the outline were really clear, but others were not so as well, okay? So you haven't complete only you haven't complete just the whole activity, just few of you, 3 4 maximum, but I don't know how to give you a hand with the idea of final version and draft one. I have also entered to Aula Virtual and I have seen, yes, that some of you already sent, like Camila Lara. There are 11 students that have already sent the task. So I'm checking, yes, one by one. And today we're going to continue with the next part, okay? So page 90, please open your books on page 90. We're going to cover revising practice. Probably it's going to guide you with the idea of from changing from a draft one to final version. So that is the intention of this activity, that you get what is exactly you need to improve, okay? So probably your first draft, you already checked and there is nothing, no? Probably you said according to what it requests the unit. So how can I improve even more, no? Because the criteria in order to get 4 points, it says effectively and clearly, yes, the idea. It's with the intention of academic content expressions. Remember, I send you with third quarter the idea of how I put the intro, how I put the conclusion, how I start with transition words at the beginning of the second paragraph or third paragraph, and so on. So we are going to focus with this in the revising practice, okay? So please open your books on page 90. We're going to cover this. And we are going to, I don't know if you have further questions. Nope. Okay. Some of you decided to include in the organization the idea of point by point or probably block method. If it's a block method, be clear because it's only 2 paragraphs. I have seen the Jamboard and some of you put block method and you include 4 paragraphs in as a body paragraph. So you put body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, body paragraph 4. And as a block method, we just request 2 paragraphs, okay? And if you choose point by point, it's the same. If you put in your thesis statement 2 aspects of differences, yes, it's supposed you only have 2 body paragraphs. If you put in your thesis statement 3 criteria of differences that you are going to describe, so it's supposed your body paragraph it's with 3. But how is the idea if I put, you put the point, if it's history, here you're going to compare how it's the company history, and then on the other hand, you put the other company here. If it's talking about, I don't know, quality products, just a second, hold on a second, somebody is asking addition. Yes. If it's talking about quality product, you are going to talk about point by point. What is the quality product about company 1 and what is the body on, no? Well, on the contrary, no? Or however, no? Or although, you have to say these expressions, no? So what is the functional language I'm going to observe here is the use of this vocabulary in context for comparing or by similarities or differences, okay? And don't forget, even if it's block or point by point method, you need to add your conclusion, okay? So let's move on for revising. And here we have a task to cover. It says, you have a draft, yes, on page 91, and you have one activity. You need to add the sentences A and C in the correct blanks, okay? So it means in paragraph B and in paragraph C, you have to complete with the sentences, okay? I'm going to call some students for reason. A, B, and C, okay? Complete the sentences. Okay, which sentence belong in paragraph B and C? From A, B, and C, which sentence belong there? Jimena, do you have your text? No? We are on page 91, okay? 90 and 91. We are recovering the idea of this exercise. Revising, okay? We are in part 1. We need to add the sentences A, B, and C. Meanwhile, you are doing this, I'm going to show you something that is important that you know. I don't know if other teachers already explained you, but for me, it's really remarkable, okay? Miss said probably during the day, it's going to enter also to explain this, but I need that this information got clear from my side, okay? Some of you got grades, yes, that were not expected. What means we are not going to include grades under 11. If you got 10, 8, no, or lower than this, you are not going to get this as an average, okay? The idea is that in this evaluation, you need to pass with 11 or more than this. What happened if you got A? It's suppose I put SN, hi Abel, welcome to the session. And I'm going to schedule another test that is showing an evidence that you are capable on this development, okay? I'm going to show you the register in order to be clear about this, okay? So as you can see, we have here one capacity, yes? We have in English 4. It says speak, read, and write, yes? And as you can see in the yellow bar, we have capacities. And each capacity also contains a development, yes? So as you can see, you observe many SN. And also, if you enter by CWeb, you're going to observe probably SN. You have two options. This SN represent this. One, that you didn't complete the task because you didn't present, you didn't show, okay? You didn't do it. Or the second option is that you fail with 0.8, 0.9, 10. So what is the idea? Is that you need to cover this. You are not going to be graduated. Okay, why? Because just if you have 1, you appear with a SN, you see? No, miss, but I got just 1 exam that I didn't pass. So you need to cover this exam again until you pass. You know my point. I don't know if you got this idea. Yes? So don't wait until the last day of the term. This is the 3rd week. The 3rd week. And as you can see, I have already measured your skills reading, in speaking, and in writing. So enter to the web, check carefully, okay, and do your activities on time. Don't wait until the last, because I'm going to do it again, do it again, do it again until you accomplish the task. It's going to be tedious, not only for you, also for us as teachers, because we are going behind always, okay? So that is something that also your parents are going to receive by a document through the subdirections, okay? So be careful with this. Be careful, because I'm sending reports to parents. Also, I'm sending reports to you with the idea that you need to be aware, okay? Miss, yeah, what happened if I didn't accomplish, if the quarter closed, etc., etc.? So the idea is that you are going to accomplish this by January or February or any of the months from the next year. But the idea is that you are not going to be capable to graduate from this year. Okay? Be careful. Be careful with this. Okie dokie. Thank you, Arturo. I got your answer through the chat. So let's going to say, Camila Lara, what is your response here? Which of the sentences start paragraph B?
The letter B.
Okay, thank you so much. Is your answer. Okay. Here in the second blank, Camila Navarrete, what goes in the second blank?
Letter A.
Okay, thank you so much. And here, Eduardo, what do you think goes here in this letter C?
Letter C.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's going to check answers. Here we go. We have from A. Okay, here we go. Letter A, it says fix a problem with an initial phrase in paragraph B, no? Then we have fix a problem with an initial phrase in paragraph C. Fix a problem with a comparison word in paragraph C as well, okay? So we found these letters with the draft, with revising, okay? So we need to fix the words. It says a problem with A and C with the essay. It says fix a problem with an initial phrase in paragraph B, fix a problem with an initial phrase in paragraph C, and fix a problem with comparison word in paragraph C. So which of these letters do you think it covers an initial phrase? Which of these letters covers an initial phrase? A, B, and C. For example, in contrast to Apple direct marketing strategies, that is an initial phrase for which paragraph, B or C? Obviously, we have for paragraph that develop each idea. Okay? So this is a way you can also conclude here. Because I see some of you in the intro did not get a good start, like caught the attention of the reader as one of the criteria we put in the rubric. Yes? And also here in the last part, also we have what? A conclusion, like saying, although again, we restate that this is a statement. Although both Apple and Samsung are leaders in the mobile phone market, their history and strategies are distinctive. So we put the same thesis statement in the conclusion, but in a different way. Then again, over the years, the competitive nature of technology industry has challenges the two companies to make each new phone more innovative than the last. So we restate what is our fact that we are putting here. Okay? So please go to page 92. Here we have an activity that you can do it with your draft. If your introduction have an interesting hook, that is the idea. Okay? You formulate a question, you formulate a way that the intro of your paragraph, what you are going to develop in the essay through the body paragraphs, are going to catch the attention of the reader. Your thesis statement means the main points of the essay. So you put, they differ in history, no, the 3 points. So I don't know how many points you put in your essay. Did you use a block or a point-by-point method to organize your essay? So it has to be clear. It has to be clear. If I check the Jamboard, I have also put some notes that is not a way of block method. That is not a way, okay? Especially when you use block method. Do your body paragraphs include enough, sufficient details to fully explain your ideas? And did you use initial phrases correctly? Okay. How I start if I talk about history? Who can tell me what it could be my initial phrase if I talk about history? What it could be an initial phrase? It's there in the example. Founded in la 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 la. No, it's an example of an initial phrase if you talk about history of the company. Okay, let's move on. Does your concluding paragraph have a summary statement and a final thought about this? Okay, you can restate the thesis statement and also at the end provide your own opinion about these two runs. Okay. All right, here we have an activity of editing. I'm going to call for some participation. What is requesting in this activity? You need to read information in the box, okay, here. And you need to find and correct one mistake with initial phrases in each sentence. So it could be, an error could be to use correctly the punctuation marks like commas, or to use a prepositional time, verbal phrase, and etc. No, if it's using correctly. Okie dokie. Volunteers to correct sentence 1, 2, or 3? I think you need more time, yes? You need more time. Camila, hold on a second. I'm going to respond your question that you leave me through the chat. Okay, hold on a second. I need to finish with the editing, and then I'm going to explain you again what is the idea of block method.
Okay, Miss, thanks.
Okay, I got volunteers to correct these sentences. How it will be more available for this initial phrase, okay? So that is the idea. How to improve these sentences is the idea. Correct. Okay, Danny, don't worry. I'm going to send you. Okay, just hold on a second. I'm going to look for that document. Okay, just for the record, some students are requesting the idea of the writing, yes? The language for writing for an advanced level. I'm going to send the document in order to improve your writing with some expressions, obviously.
Miss,
Yes, Jimena?
I did the draft on Word because I lost the link and I was wondering if you can send it to me again.
What do you mean the link? The Jamboard?
Yes, the link of the Jamboard.
Okay. But the activity of Jamboard ended. So I don't know what is exactly you're going to complete there. But if you want,
Oh
I
no,
can send you.
it's just that I did it, but I have it in Word
Okay.
because I lost the Jamboard link.
Here you have. For now on, it's not requested to do it Jamboard anymore because I just finished to give you suggestion. Now you have to, just in case, do it the draft. The draft, it's not the outline. Be careful, huh? Just in case. The draft is just the essay completely. And then you create a final version with improvements. Okay? Don't send me through through Aula Virtual the Jamboard or that document, huh? Be careful. Danny, could you confirm it that you received the language for writing?
Yes, Miss. Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's going to start by corrections, okay? Let's going to start by correction. Sophia, in sentence number 1, what could be a possible correction here with initial phrase? What is something wrong here?
The comma that is next to Wozniak has to be next to 1975.
Excellent, Sophia, here, no? The position is here. In 1975, comma, Steve, la 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 la, built the first Apple computer. Very good, very good. Sentence 2, volunteer to correct this sentence. Camila Lara.
Miss, I think that Adidas was to be first, like Adidas was founded in 1949, and then it is now one of the world's leading sports brands. I think that have more sense, but I don't know.
Okay. Remember what is exactly initial phrase? Initial phrase, it's not telling you a sentence. So for this means that we don't have a subject. Initial phrase, it could be just something that reflects time, prepositional, or verbal phrases. But it's not exactly to have a subject. Okay? So my suggestion will be another idea, Camila. Here we have Daniela, probably.
Miss, I think we just have to delete it was and just,
Excellent. I'm putting capital letters, yes?
yes.
Excellent. So pay attention, Camila Lara, how it sounds. Founded in 1949, comma, Adidas is one of the leader sport brands. Yes? Does it have sense to you now, Camila Lara?
Yes, Miss.
So it's an event. So this is probably how you can start your paragraph, by talking about historical for a block method. I'm going to explain you, okay, in a few minutes. Number 3, Águeda.
Yes, I think that what is missing is a comma before Samsung.
Okay, offering innovative tech products, comma, there it goes a comma. Yes? Okay, Samsung is one of the most successful business in Korea. Excellent, very good. So based on these statements, you have an idea how to start your second and third paragraph, no? Based on these ideas, these are the intros of your body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and so on. So meanwhile, you are checking your draft for mistakes by referring to sources. Yes, you are going also on page 248, some like checklist, no? If you need further necessary changes. We cover this, no? With these questions, okay? But for further questions that probably improve your paragraph, you can go to this page and check. Now that we finish by doing this task, now I need personal questions. Okay? Thank you, Valerie. I just read your comment. Okay, I'm going to start with Camila Lara that says, Miss, how is the idea of block method? I didn't understand about block method, and it's the first paragraph talks about one brand and the second talks about the other brand. Okay, I'm going to explain you, Camila. And probably it's the same question of all of you. Okay, when you talk about a block method, the idea is this, Camila. Oops, let's see. Yeah. What is your thesis statement? Can I check through Jamboard, Cami?
Yes,
Aha.
Miss. All of my information.
Yes, I have.
I can.
Your slide. Which number is your slide, Camina?
Page number 2.
2. Okay, so
Yes.
got here. Okay, based on your outline, I'm going to explain what is about this, okay? I put no further comments because what I observed, it's something that you have completely understood. This is your synonyms, no? And then you change it, more successful. Okay, for example, likewise, both Zara and H&M have their own strategies that make, okay. For example,
Miss, I correct
that this is a
things
statement,
in
yes,
final
that
version.
this is a statement, not tell me exactly what you're going to describe as differences.
Yes, Miss,
It will be like,
change that in draft, but in the Word.
For example,
Documents.
if you tell me how I would like to check here the thesis statement, I will put likewise, both Zara and IHM. You put likewise is the same as both.
Okay.
Okay, so however, both Zara and H&M have similarities on their strategies, comma, they vary. in what they vary?
In
In history, comma, marketing,
history and history and marketing.
okay,
Just it.
history and marketing, okay? So that is what you need to improve in your thesis statement. Here,
Okay.
what you are putting is the same linker, likewise, and both are synonyms. So what is the idea? If you put here, however, on the other hand, etc., similar to your thesis statement that you found in your text on revising, okay? Then, I'm going to explain you. The topic sentence you talk about here about history. So you talk about, if you talk about block method, you are going to tell me all the history about the company. Then we are going to talk about marketing, all the marketing about company that is
Okay, of
IHM,
the same brand.
of that same brand, because you're using block.
Okay.
Here in
Miss,
the second paragraph, you are talking about, on the other hand, the history, no, founded in 1992 by la 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 Sarah, la 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 la, and then you explain me about the marketing, the history about Sarah. So in paragraph 1, you focus on IHM about history and
marketing, and then Sarah.
Sarah,
the same.
history and marketing.
Miss, I can send again
Sure,
the document.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
thanks.
The idea is that I need to see, remove it now, because obviously today I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah, Miss, because
in the evening
I
check, all the
understand
better.
in the last hour, and I changed just the final version because in the final version is a method that you sent me, so I just have to change the
Here.
draft one.
Yes, no problem. Can you send me the word with the sentences that could use in? Okay, Danny, can you be more specific? What kind of information would you like? I'm sorry, no, I think I'm reading again. You ask for further information? No.
No, it's enough.
Okay, I'm going to show you one example I observed in Aula Virtual that I really notice. It's visual here. Take a look about this essay about draft and final version. Pay attention. Look at the intro. The chocolate industry have become more popular in recent years. People always want to eat something sweet and delicious, and Ferrero and La Ibérica are among the first options of consumer. They differ in terms of history, marketing, and production date. Look, they put the intro? Yes. Look, they put the thesis statement? Yes. But look how she improved. Have you ever felt like eating something sweet? She put a hook, a question to motivate to continue reading. Something that not only has been recognized as a brand, but because of its good taste and preparation, makes you feel good. So for example, here we need to improve the question, okay? Because we observe that it's not a question if it's a sentence, okay? You see? Some classic, from classic pure cocoa chocolates to traditional chocolates, Ferrero Rocher and La Ibérica are among the first option for consumer, and although they differ in terms of history, marketing, day production, both brands have been successful. Lucy? So she put at the beginning the thesis statement and then the similarity. First, in terms of history, you see? And then blah, 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 blah. Second, finally, to sum up, huh? So which kind of method she is using? Block method or point by point? Point by point, okay? Point by point. Excellent, point by point. Now, what it could be if I suggest for a final essay, in order to improve a little bit more, because she needs to improve even here. The intro was great, but the idea is that in the idea of catching the attention needs to improve the question. Then transition words here, first, second, and finally. I'm not saying it's bad, but you're almost finished 5th year. So if we say, no, just to start, no, we have expressions. I send you the language for writing if we talk about advanced level. That is my thing, okay? I'm just requesting as much as possible. This 4th quarter, I'm going to be more tedious, I would say, okay, about correcting paragraph, because it's supposed if you want 20, it's because you already know how to write a really full essay paragraph as an advanced level, because that was the objective, to finish not with B2, it's the idea for advanced or upper intermediate. Is that clear? So I'm really waiting. Unfortunately, not all of you work with Jamboard. It's obviously, yeah, not all of you. You miss the boat. If I have to tell you, you miss the boat. No, you haven't. Some of you completed just today, right now. You were doing this. But what I'm going to do from now on to there, it's to check draft 1 and final version, not to check outlines, because outlines you pass this. No, outlines are not checking. I'm checking draft 1 and final version. What is a draft 1? It's an essay, no, with 4 parts at least, no, and the final version that goes next. So don't send me outlines. I'm not going to check outlines. The homework says, what the homework says in Aula Virtual? Draft 1 and final version. Draft 1 and final version. And if you don't know what is a draft 1 and you tend to say that it's an outline, sorry, you got confused. Okay? Okay, guys. Thank you for your attention. I will wait for your task. Thank you, Camila, for do it again. Yes, and I think it's now more clear. I'm gonna wait.
Okay, Miss.
Okay,
Thanks.
put me in the comments. This is the official one, Miss Milagros. Now I'm going to download and not confuse. Thank you for your attention. See you next week. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.